The 2025 Formula 1 season is well underway, which means another EA Sports F1 game is ready to take the virtual track. This year's game, F1 25, introduces major changes to my team and the overall presentation while unraveling the latest drama in Breaking Point 3. The game also features some minor updates to freshen the experience. However, are these changes good enough to please some of the series' most loyal fans? Let's find out. My name is Curtis with sportsgamersonline, and here is our SGO review of EA Sports F1 25. Similar to last year's game, Codemasters brought major changes to one mode along with minor updates to improve the overall game experience. In F1 24, the developers focused on the driver career mode, which saw major improvements like the introduction of the driver recognition system. However, in F1 25, the developers focused on players building their ideal F1 team with major improvements to my team and immersing fans in almost like-for-like replicas of tracks using the new LiDAR technology. F1 25 introduces light detection and range scanning, also known as LiDAR. This new technology is a major step forward in the game's overall graphic fidelity. Codemasters scanned several tracks using this method, resulting in almost pinpoint accuracy, ensuring players feel every bump and turn compared to the track's real-life counterpart. Without getting too technical, LiDAR improves the overall presentation on and off the track, even in cutscenes. In addition to LiDAR, the game offers more real-world audio from drivers. This includes reactions to pole position, race wins, and they'll even speak back to the race engineer.
Radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
Not a massive change, but definitely a nice touch. Unlike F1 24, EA Sports' new racing title doesn't change much in terms of gameplay and driving. However, some tracks have the option to race them in reverse, giving a very interesting twist on tracks like Silverstone and Zandvoort. Overall, driving still feels smooth and reactive, especially when you're using a racing wheel. In addition, the game allows players to tailor their experience to their liking and skill level. Changing the game's settings to fit their skill level will allow players to get the most or least out of their F1 experience. Breaking Point is back with the third chapter. Breaking Point follows the team of Connor Sport as they try to conquer the Formula 1 world. The first chapter follows rookie driver Aiden Jackson and his rival Devin Butler. The second introduced Kylie Mayer, the first woman to win the F2 championship. Without any spoilers, the story continues as Connor Sport tries to compete with the likes of Red Bull and McLaren while dealing with the dramas of a family-run sports team. The overall gameplay is a mixture between driver career and my team. Players will choose what driver to use during Grand Prix weekends and make choices that affect the team's overall performance, all while enjoying another compelling story about a new up-and-coming F1 team. Overall, the mode still has great voice acting and motion capture. If you're a fan of the Breaking Point saga, this is another great entry. My team is the biggest bright spot in F1 25. The mode has received some welcome additions and it's well worth your time. For starters, the mode is broken up into three key areas: engineering, personnel, and corporate. While all the areas are used to achieve different goals, the decisions you make in one area will affect the elements in the other. For example, prioritizing upgrades for one driver over the other may affect contract negotiations in the future, which take place in the personnel tab. Similar to driver career mode, engineering will allow players to research and develop upgrades for their team. Personnel allows players to recruit or resign new drivers, and corporate deals in the financial side of things. Speaking of corporate, two of the newest features in my team are sponsorship income and livery customization. Now players can personalize their cars with movable sponsor decals and increase revenue by sporting sponsor logos. This is the most customizing I've done in an F1 game ever. However, while players can customize their HQ center, logo, livery, and more, players still can't customize their driver or owner in F1 25. It's a feature I've been wanting for years. One major downside is the lack of improvements to this year's driver career. In F1 24, career mode received massive improvements, including the driver recognition system. However, in F1 25, the newest feature in the mode are the recruitment of driver icons, and players can add an 11th team, which can be your my team, Connor Sport or the team from the official F1 movie, but more on that later. Overall, driver career mode is largely untouched by developers, and it's a major letdown. I would have loved to see more significant improvements from last year's ideas, but it seems all of Codemasters' resources and time went to developing my team and track changes. F1 World is going 3 years strong. The mode offers its own minor updates like Invitationals, which is a new multiplayer event, and a new driver of the day system. Lastly, F1 25 will have some content promoting the new F1 movie featuring Brad Pitt. The mode will introduce 6 post-launch in-game scenarios and challenges inspired by the movie. I completely understand EA Sports' willingness to promote a high-budget movie for the sport, but I hate the idea of advertisement in video games. What's next, a Coca-Cola commercial? Similar to last year's game, F1 25 focuses on major changes to one mode and features some minor updates to multiple areas. While driver career mode was disrespectfully neglected, the changes to my team and the newest chapter of Breaking Point are major positives. That, coupled with the new decal customization feature and presentation changes, makes EA Sports' new F1 title a good one.